back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the know-it-all trends. Now my channel is based off of me not being on social media for 8 years in 2011 and coming back June 2019. And my channel is based off of what I've learned from not being on social media to how I view life. And I'm giving advice as to how I see life without social media, because I feel the average person that's been on social media for the past 10 years has been inside of a psychological trends that has programmed them to be weak and has programmed them to analyze life, and they come up short. I feel like everyone is programmed to be delusional online, and they can't separate online to reality. When they try to take the online world and live reality, they normally get depressed when it doesn't match up. So these are just my thoughts. Now today, I want to talk about the know-it-all trends. This is the trends that have everyone thinking that they know it all. And the reason for that trends is that people can get information very fast nowadays, which has them thinking that they're smart. They're used to typing in and getting questions, going to Google, getting questions, watching YouTube videos, getting answers, questions. You can get the information you want very fast now, to the point where people aren't realizing that they're just repeating what someone else has done. And this has them thinking that they're smart. Now, people are walking around day to day thinking that they know everything about life. You got people that are like out of shape, fat and sloppy, but got the best diets in the world. Everyone knows how to give you directions to a place that they've never even been to before. Everyone knows exactly how you should live your life based off of what they have analyzed. That's the world that we're in. We're a culture of debaters. Everyone's willing to debate now because everyone thinks they know it all. Everyone thinks they have it figured out. But once they stop acting like a know-it-all, you'll realize that person is doing the same thing as everyone else. They're living the same way and acting the same way. See, we're all know-it-alls, but no one's applying their knowledge. There's not many people out there that are actually applying the knowledge that they would sit back and debate somebody about. Like, I look at the conscious community and how much of those guys are constantly debating the Bible and when we were born and when people walked on the planet. And it's like, all right, what exactly have these dudes have actually done to apply their consciousness of what they've learned about the Bible, white people, and how the world even rotates? Like, black people are still held behind regardless of the knowledge that we have. We have the knowledge to know why we're behind, how our brains got transferred and transformed to be behind. But one thing that no one in the world knows is how to transform out of a trends. Right? See, what's happening nowadays is people are under the internet trends. Your life is based on the internet. And on the internet, everything before someone presses submit, upload to put out to the world has a cause and effect behind it. There's intentions behind everything that you're watching. There's something that somebody wants you to know, that somebody wants you to believe, so you keep coming back to them. Everyone's trying to grab everyone's attention. So the presentation of information is always see-through and has a meaning behind it. So a lot of things that a lot of people are reading online and seeing online that they're analyzing have been crafted for you to analyze it and feel that way that you got from it. What's happening is a lot of things that's been presented to be put online to look a certain way is false gratification. It's a false reaction. It's just a reaction that was put on presentations for you to get a certain feeling from it. People are analyzing false gratification, false feeling, false emotion online, and they're trying to transition that into real life. That's where the problem's at. Like, for instance, in my opinion, I don't think a lot of you guys are gay. I don't think a lot of you women are lesbians. I don't think a lot of ways that we're living in life right now is the way that we naturally live as human beings. So what happens is everyone is under the same trends because you've been on the internet for so long that you've been trying to focus on so many things at once that you're just paying attention to what everybody else is doing so you can find somewhere to fit in. Why you think nowadays like people are becoming more sheep? They're becoming more vulnerable to life. I got a video explaining to you how the meat has feminized everybody. So with everyone being feminine, it's going to make their emotions weaker, which is going to cause them to be sheep and follow what everyone else is doing. That's what's been happening. Like a lot of these things in life that we're looking at right now is actually false. They don't exist. Now, pedophilia has been around for a while. Gays have been around for a while. It's just coming to exposure now. But you have to realize the people that are presenting this as natural way of life behind the scenes are the ones that own the television stations. They own it. That's why they're putting it out there like that. It's part of a trend. The meat has feminized you. Now, your confusion of trying to analyze life is what's going to have you confused. Once you're confused, then you start believing what someone tells you. That's where the trends is at. You trying to pay attention to too many things at once, so you start paying attention to what people tell you. The internet confuses the mind because you don't know what's real, you don't know what's fake, you don't know what's a true feeling, you don't know what a false feeling is because you're used to reading feelings. So now what's happening is you have so much information that's being pumped inside of your brain that it has you thinking that you're smart because you have become the jack of all trades based on visual, not experience. See, that's the problem. Everyone is smart from a visual. They're not smart from experience. Like someone could tell you how to change the tire on a car, but if they've never actually changed the tire of a car, the way they explain it to you may not work for every car. But they would debate to you that they know how to change the tires on the car because they are able to watch it from a visual. That's what we're doing every single day. When you browse through the internet, you browse through YouTube, you browse through Instagram, you're being taught to view life from a visual. But everything that is put on those platforms for you to analyze as a visual has been presented to look a certain way. And majority of the time, the presentation that's been presented to give to you is false presentation. It's giving off a false allurement. That's where the know-it-all that knows nothing comes into play. Because the know-it-all is always speaking from a visual as to what they have seen before. But what the know-it-all has done is lack the experience. That's what we have going on today in life. People are so used to reading emotions, reading what someone says, because you pay attention to the Twitters all day, you pay attention to the Instagrams, you're just analyzing what you're seeing, you're analyzing what you're reading, but there's no emotion behind it. So you're being taught how to feel, you're being taught how to see. But being that you have so much information presented to you to just get, it makes you feel like you're smart. See, when you're the realest one in the room, then you're the fakest one in the room. That's what it's like in today's world. We want to hear what we want to hear. We don't want to hear the truth, because if you hear the truth, then somebody's hating on you. If you hear the truth, then somebody don't want to hear you see you happy. Let me tell you something. When you happy, you don't even care about haters. You don't. You ain't got to show off in front of your haters. Most of y'all that are out there showing off and put your life online and trying to look a certain way that it ain't, you doing that in front of people that you don't even like. And it's still not getting you nowhere, because no one's going to look at you and think that you're on a higher power than them. No, the more you put yourself out there, the more you're going to move in a room full of vultures, because they've been trained just like you to present a certain presentation, to look a certain way. That's where the know-it-all trends comes in. Everyone is able to gather the information very, very fast, that it has them thinking they were smart, but they're lacking experience. which means that you have become wiser, but you have emotionally become weaker. So it doesn't matter. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you're weak as a person, someone can easily come in and disrupt your life. That's what's happening in society. We have a bunch of smart people running around, but they're so weak, they don't know what to do with their emotions. When you feminize a man, that's what happens. He starts having women traits. Women can be the smartest woman on the planet, and her emotions are completely destroy her whole life. She witnesses that a lot when it comes to a man. A woman to be smart until she starts having sex and she falls in love with a man, then now her emotions take over and she makes a bunch of bad decisions. That's what we have going on in life. We have a bunch of know-it-alls that know nothing. They know all the information, but they don't know how to control their emotions to balance out the knowledge that they have to move forward in life, emotionless. They're allowing little simple things to throw them off. You have people that are debating other people over certain subjects and they're ready to kill each other over something little because they swear that their knowledge is right, but they lack the experience. They ain't even been through half the experiences of what they're going to be debating about. And that's called the delusional trends. That's one of the things in life that people are under right now, and they're not realizing why they're not happy. They're not realizing why they're not getting the results they thought that they were supposed to get. It's because you're under a delusion. You may have success, but you didn't discover who you are. So you're weak as a person. Once you become weak as a person and your emotions stay weak, who cares about your knowledge? You can be defeated. The smartest people in the world that I've seen in the hood were crackheads. They were always smart people, but something emotionally broke them down. And that happens today in today's world. A lot of people out here, the smartest people from the books, the scientists, and those guys suffer depression a lot because they have a lot of information, but their emotions are off. Their emotions are off. That's what's wrong. The know-it-all actually knows nothing because the know-it-all has been programmed to think they know everything. And when life doesn't turn out the way that they have analyzed it, they lose their mind and depression settles in. This is Vegan Spade. If you want to correct your way of thinking, reset your mind, remove the meat, stop eating meat and stop eating them dairy products, and allow your body to heal and watch how your brain change. If you like this video, go ahead, comment, subscribe. What else? You comment, subscribe, like. No, we're gonna start giving away money here soon, man. I gotta get this channel popping. But if you like this video, go ahead, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. This is Vegan Spade.